All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the green room. You're in the green room with Jarrett Johnson today. And let me get him up on the screen. There we go. Jarrett Johnson. Hey, Jarrett.
Afternoon or evening, wherever you are.
Yes. Now, just before we went live, I am having internet issues, and we talked a little bit about that. My upload speed is tanking. So, as we talk, there may be some glitches, but let's hope not. and
It's
uh,
going to be great. Everything's
uh,
going to be perfect.
right, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to make a little bit of a change here, and I'm going to put you. No, I'm going to put there. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put your Instagram site up right underneath your name. So if anybody's watching, they can see you and they can see your Instagram, so they can get in
Awesome.
touch with you that way. So, as
That's
we get
fantastic.
started, what we were talking about, we haven't seen each other for a while. And what you've most recently been doing has been touring with Michael Buble. And how did you get that gig? How did-
There was with a contractor who, hiring background vocalists at the time back in 2016. And, and ironically, myself and Michael had already done some work together back in 2008. I actually had the opportunity to vocal produce a song that I wrote that he ended up singing on for another group called Naturally Smooth with him. So it was kind of a cool little. How have you been? When I'm gig and like I said, about 2016, opportunity to start helping him promote his record, the Nobody But Me record that came out back in that year. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to fully. It was a really great opportunity. And then on the road, he was able to and we resumed touring with him, or began touring with him and promoting in fall of 2018. Back on the road year.
All right, so I don't know if you could. We missed that last touring in 2018. Uh,
Yeah, so we started promoting the most recent record that's entitled Love in 2018. In 2018, beginning of the record, and we about 100 and I think like 112, 115 shows in, something like that. And it's been a whirlwind. We just actually we got out of Australia. We just completed our Australian leg before everything was shut down. So when all the virus information started coming in, we were in Australia and hearing some things that we were maybe consulted might have passed by. Obviously, weren't and so now we're all home. But in the time we were out, we were able to go the UK a couple different times. Obviously, all through North America, and there's still quite a few dates left on the calendar. But we're looking forward to, when it's safe, to getting back out there and finishing the rest of the leg.
um, Before you did Michael Bublé, did you did a bit with Take Six? Is that correct?
Yeah, believe it or not, I was completing my first ever European and Japan tour with them, subbing out for their baritone. And literally, as that tour was coming to an end, I got the call from Michael. So it was, and I was asking myself after the Take Six tour, man, what happens next? And I literally got a call the next day, and someone asked me, "Are you still out with Take Six?" I go, not at the moment. And they're like to uh, singing on a promo tour with Michael Buble. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. What I got to do? And so got a bunch of materials to to purposes. And from that point forward, the adventure with Michael began. It was really great.
Yeah, so all of that has taken place over the last 4, 6 years or so, is that about right?
Yeah, yeah, give or take. Yeah, I mean, I guess we recorded on. We were actually some. A lot of us were invited to be a part of one of the songs that ended up on the Nobody But Me record that we recorded at the beginning of 2016, I believe it was. And so yeah, it all kind of started back in 2015, 2016 with him.
So, because people who are tuning in and, may not know you and how you sing, I experimented a little bit with this before we went live, and I wanna play this video of you that you posted on your Instagram or Facebook. And, if you don't mind, give me a
Right.
second, I'm going to try and see if I can't get this to work and play for the folks this thing that we were doing just before we went live. And yeah, of course, it's going to do that thing. Bear with me. There it is. And here we go. Whatever comes, just keep your arms around me. Yeah. Whatever comes, just keep your arms around me. Keep me in your care. Let me know you're there. Let me know you're there. Keep your loving arms around me. Wow, dude. Now, did you do that in your home studio? How'd you do that?
Um, I did that on an app called Acapella on my, and it's essentially just an opportunity to put a bunch of, as you can see, a bunch of faces,
Right,
and I
right.
get to sing. Harmony is fun. I mean, acapella for me is, and harmony for me is where it kind of started for me at the church, and that song in particular was a lot. It was right as things started kind of getting with the COVID-19 stuff, and just hearing so much negative else. And I don't anything on kind of hopefully inspire a little bit. That's not going to hopefully at least leave somebody to ponder something. Hopefully they'll inspire and promote positivity, because turn to find bad news at this point. So
No. I'm as of today, I've decided to just not pay any attention to the news and not read it, not follow all of the Facebook stuff because everybody's on rants and angry, and I've just decided to tune out. It's not that I want to
yeah,
bury my head in the sand, but I just the way that all of that negative energy makes me feel physically, it weighs me down.
it's literally you're doing care if you're keeping yourself from hearing all this negative information that, I mean, none of it's going to change tomorrow or next week. So it's not like you need to be kept up on it on the 24-hour news cycle that's available to us right now. So you might as well just, seek out something more positive, some good stuff. There's so much good stuff out there. And quite frankly, it's a really great opportunity for us, especially as creatives who are, I mean, our time to shine. Uh, It's been so inspiring to see so many of my colleagues and just so many people in the music industry making phenomenal content that really will, uh, you know, spur some of the negative stuff away and give you an opportunity to rest in someone else's art that they're passionate about.
I agree 100% that this is a time for us all to do what we can to put all of this out there. What else? Where else can we show our music? Where else can people perform? So let's do it live. Do live streams or do pre-recorded things and post them. And it is a time where people are going to be now looking towards something that's a little more positive. And uh, the more like you need to
Yeah.
start doing do your daily live streaming with Jarrett, my morning inspirational song. So, you grew up in a church where you sang
I feel right now, so I'm just trying to find my
you're trying to find your
voice
own
more
voice?
any positive, good. Yeah, that's do it my way, do it going to be, inundating the internet, more than it already is, bogged down by, which is a good thing. Again, great positive content to kind of all the type of you just gotta be more creative than the next person, I think.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm doing different is trying to do this and do this remotely, and the thing that fight against, though, is internet speeds and being able to keep the live streams from remote locations locked in. And I'm kind of at the mercy of what's going on with the internet. But what I'm trying to be is a conduit for all of the folks like you that maybe someone doesn't know. They can see and hear your stuff and in learn about you. And then when you do start your live stream, people will go like, "Oh yeah, that's that dude. That's the guy that did Take Six and Michael Buble and on and on." And you'll have your own solo career pretty soon. So, Jarrett, I had
Actually,
something
right
else.
before everything got shut down, I was,
Really?
yeah. hmm
Yeah.
I did a show at the Standard Hotel. Shoshana Bean, who is one of the most incredible vocalists I've ever been blessed to share a stage with
Sorry.
and sing supporting vocals for. Oh, all good. Uh, she started this amazing platform for artists in Los Angeles, giving people an opportunity who may not have opportunity. So she gave me a chance to have my own set at the Standard, March 10th, I think it was, right before getting real crazy. It was probably like one of the last evenings of music before everybody was like, "Yeah, we gotta shut this down." By the grace of God, I got my show in under the wire, and so I received so much love and support from it. I was super honored to be a part of that, and hope to, hoping that was just a really good towards establishing myself as an artist.
Right, right. So,
You know,
Jarrett,
as
the one of the
well
things
as
that's
all the other things
my video
I
and
do.
audio from you is keeps breaking up, and I don't think people are able to hear a lot of the really great things you're saying. Um, so what I'm going to do though is I'm going because I can play, and I think this is locked in pretty well. I want to play something else, and you'll be able to hear it and show this. So bear with me a second because I want that people to hear you again. Um, and this is going to be really cool. And you can tell me about it when we get there and I start playing it. Hold on. Now, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Listen up. you go. You and me, it seems, never have a problem we can overcome. 'Cause you'll always be the one. Never thought I'd be so happy. Loving you has made me feel so fine. I can see my friends turn green with envy every time I tell them I'm so glad you're mine. You were meant for me. No one else could come between this love I know. 'Cause I'll never let you go. You and me, it seems, never have a problem we can overcome. 'Cause you'll always be the one, yeah. Never did one thing to hurt me. You always understood my ways. If I could, I'd stay right here beside you, with your hand in mine, making love for days. You were meant for me. No one else could come between this love I know. 'Cause I'll never let you go. You were meant for me. Wow. Jarrett, that's so beautiful. I and again, I'm only my only frustration is our video link and everything, but that came through clear and people were watching it and loving it. So tell me
Awesome.
about
Thank
that
you.
if we can.
So
Yeah.
again, what's really the community of musicians and vocalists in this whether you are a session singer, a background singer, pursuing, everyone is doing or is doing things to make sure that there's opportunities to be heard, to be seen. So Kerry Larson and Tony Guerrero created this amazing platform called the Black and White Sessions, and if you go through their YouTube or their YouTube channel, they have got some of the most incredible singers. Again, to be invited to be a part of that was awesome and so humbling because again, I watch some of these and I'm blown away because these are some of the people I just like. I see here in Los Angeles, or I see them performing with other artists, and just I love watching them. I'm blown away by. So it's a truly humbling experience to be invited to be a part of that, and again start to found in the midst of all that stuff because I mean again they're making a phenomenal product for people to be heard and it was a lot of that. Shout out and Tony.
So, I'm thinking now, and I hate to do this and cut this short, but because our connection is so bad, what I would like to do with you, if you don't mind, Jarrett, is maybe come back another time because right now, I, your video and audio is breaking up, and it's really hard to understand your thing. And even though we tested it, it was kind of okay, but it seems to be getting a little worse. And my connection could be that on this end too. Um, but what I would like to do, if you don't mind, tell everybody about you again. Let me just get this up there. I was able to play your songs, and I think people were able to hear about you touring with Michael Buble, and they were able to hear you talk about a little bit about Take Six and about the last black and white
Right.
session. However, the good stuff, the meat of what you were saying is getting broken up enough, and I really would like people to hear your voice and the things you had to say. And if you don't mind, I'd like to revisit this at a time when we can get a better internet connection and reschedule this at maybe, maybe in the evening or something, so people can hear what you have to say. Would that be all right with you? Be- because it,
Absolutely. I'll be honored.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, and I just want to tell everybody, I've got your Instagram up here again, Jarrett M. Johnson, at Jarrett M. Johnson, that's your Instagram account, and you are on Facebook, and, I would like to be able to get you on so we could really talk about get in deep with your stuff. Um So having said all of that, I think I'm going to sign out because your screen keeps freezing up a little bit, and it could be just my end too because my internet on this end is completely
Jared and
crashed. So I'm going to take us out, and then I'll call you right back, and we'll talk about when we're going to reschedule. Is that all right with you? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for all of the bad internet, and we're going to close this out for today, and we're going to come back with Jarrett at another time. Uh, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.